Check, check, check. Hello, Benny. Hello, Toronto. Everyone have a good day out there. Game number 1, Finland and Norway.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Your choice. Not good night, though. Hi, it's Dave. Oh, there we go. Really?
Does that say is or 15?
This must... Really?
On va essayer avec tous ceux qui sont venus accueillir, encourager l'équipe de Norvège.
Let's do it in English. So when you read the name of your country, please make a lot of noise. When you read Finland, make some noise for Finland. And when you read Norway, please make some noise for Norway. It's okay. Let's do it once. Who's speak today for Finland?
Okay, you can do that for Norway. Yes, it's 50-50.
50-50. I think we have to do it again. We'll do it again, but with a lot of noise. Use your hands, use your voice, and make some noise. You speak today for Finland!
You can do that now for Norway. Astérix et Obélix toujours sur la glace pour vous faire taper dans les mains, pour vous faire bouger et l'entrée des arbitres.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the
The Game of Children Forces Game of the National International Ice Hockey Federation. Les arbitres sont Mr. Jorek et Mr. Kulus. Les juges de ligne sont Alain Osman, Mr. Dilbuya et Mr. Otmakov. Numéro 60, number 60, Anka. Numéro 55, number 55, Otsama. Numéro 33, number 63, Anikainen. Numéro 24, number 24, Laijunen. Numéro 62, Osala. La composition de départ de l'équipe de Norvège. The starting line-up for Team Norway. Le numéro 30, number 30, Hogan. Numéro 6, number 6, Olos. Numéro 10, number 10, Nostrebo. Numéro 41, number 41, Torrensen. Numéro 46, number 46, Olimb. Numéro 40, number 40, Olimb.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Paris, France. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson, bringing you Group B play from the 2017 World Hockey Championship. Finland with Jonas Korpisalo taking on Norway, and the goaltender will be Lars Hogan. Two teams with similar records, but different expectations. Finland with 7 points is actually tied with Norway's 7 points. Both teams have a pair of wins, a pair of losses. Norway an overtime loss, Finland a shootout loss, so not much separating the two teams. Norway finished 10th in last year's tournament, Finland 2nd, and the Finns are trying to recover from a disappointing start. This one, as the puck gets dropped, knifes into the Norway bench for an early stoppage.
Goal scoring has been an issue for Finland in the goals for and against category. 12 goals for, 13 against. Waiting to see some of their better players come to life. Perhaps today is the day that Migo Pirala gets on the board for them.
Norstebo in his own zone for Hollis. Top lineup for Norway, the Olin brothers, Mathis and Ken Andre, joined by Thoresen. Thoresen off the far wall to Mathis Olin. Ken Andre Olin shoots in a stick save there by Korpisalo, tested early. Knuckling puck in front, it's jammed at. Ken Andre Olin stopped again. Korpisalo didn't realize where that puck had arrived in front of the goal crease and now turns another one away from Hollis in a hot start for Norway. Kemppainen tests Hogan at the other end. And that'll be both teams going back and forth. Hannikainen in the corner for Finland. Hollis again behind the net. Norstebo now. Top line will change for Norway. Hollis right down the pipe. Flipper in behind Korpisalo. Vying for it. Finland and Phil Pullup back at the line. Bouncing puck off of a stick from Norway. Reaching for it. Finland and Puljujärvi now rolls right into Korpisalo and he'll decide to cover up.
Norway is living off their top line as Norstebo gets the puck towards the net. Bounces from behind the net off the skate. Korpisalo slow to react. And Olin is on the case. That's Ken Andre. Between him, his brother Mathis, and Patrick Thoresen, they've scored 6 of the 8 goals for Norway. One-line team so far in this tournament.
Lehtinen spins back with it. Hiettinen to center ice. Rister goes wide of the goal there as, again, Puljujärvi was trying to snap one on. Puljujärvi to Kemppainen. Norway controls back in their own zone. Bon Saxon will wait with it.
Disappointing tournament so far for Jesse Puljujärvi. 4 games, 10 shots, no points.
Flying in was Norway, but the play goes offside.
Style of play for Norway. If they can't get something off the rush, you're seeing Tretinis there, who threw himself offside with speed. They will cycle and wait. They're patient. They'll work the corners. Finland, they won't forecheck if it's not there. You'll see a lot of 5 guys backing up in the neutral zone. They'll try to clog that area and then go the other way. The offense just hasn't been created with their 5-man units.
Off the draw outside the Norwegian zone. Otama played it in for Finland. Picking up far side, Savanainen. Back behind the goal, Hellstrom. Far corner. Finland able to silence an early threat from Norway. Scoreless tie. Jammed up along the end boards. Trying to pry it free, Savanainen. For Finland. Kicks at it. It'll be advanced by Norway, moving it out. In comes Olden. Left circle, shot at a glove stop by Korpisalo.
Korpisalo was sliding, but got the glove out there in time as Sondre Olden decides to test him, and then already we've seen some pushing and shoving after whistles. But Norway comfortable defending in their own end, and then they send up some up-ice pressure, and number 13, Sondre Olden. So far at the tournament, he's pointless. That's just his 5th shot on net through 5 games. This is his 5th game.
Scramble off the draw. Norway trying to push it back to the blue line for a chance. Finland will pick up and turn in. Moving out of the corner. Play back to the line for Honka. Honka tried to center off the side of the goal. Couldn't connect with Osala. Held in at the near point by Finland. Working down low, Osala. And trying to kick it to his stick as well. Hannikainen Will come off the blade of Ken-Andre Olam. Norway briefly in the Finnish zone. Both teams changing on the fly. Finland will get it back deep. Jakala will turn it in this time. Hogan left it behind his goal. Johannesson to the far point, not out. Finland trying to set up Filppula in front. That's blocked in the slot. And a timely clear for Norway. Taking it in is Roymark. Roymark alone in the corner. Now joined with some support. Bostensson sent it through for Roseli Olsen and missed it. And Norway forced to go back to their own zone. Von Saxon. Cross ice pass and in off a stick. That one goes high and wide. A little flutter of the puck as well, nullifying that chance on the far side from Roymark. Finland back in, countering Rantanen. Out of the Colorado Avalanche to Filppula. Back down low, Rantanen has Aho in front. Rantanen in the corner. At the line. Rantanen let it go on a cycle, and then it's corralled by Norway.
Lars Hogan gets it in the glove. He's stopped 68 of 72 shots coming into this game. So you get a peek at the bench there, and the new bench boss from the World Cup onwards for the Finns. He's really trying to deflect some criticism of his team so far. Lauri Marjamäki has been able to make them defend well. He hasn't been able to allow them their creativity, the Finns, offensively.
Martinsson for Norway against Kemppainen for Finland. Norway with possession. Nortisbo, defenseman, was jumping up near the finish line. Sent in deep. Hollis off the point. Down low, Martinsson trying to drive the net. Left pad stop. Korpisalo has a beat on the puck as well, and he'll cover. Korpisalo's been solid to start.
Good drive move from Andreas Martinsson. To mention that the size advantage goes to Finland. Here's Martinsson using his strength, gets away from Pirala, jams it. Korpisalo stops it, doesn't know he has it, checks under the glove again. But if you're going strictly on height and weight, Finland has the edge there. 6 of their forwards, 3 of their defensemen are 6'2" or bigger, taller, thicker. Norway's going to rely on its quickness.
Off the draw, Finland controlling, looking for the breakout. Move to center ice. Played in by Hannikainen. A steal. Ken-Andre Olam, cross ice. Delivered in by Norway. Banking into the corner. Ken-Andre Olam along with Thorson, centering in front for Mathis Olam, and a backhander wide. How did that not hit the goal for Mathis Olam?
A quick cycle game near side on the blocker side out front of the net, and the Olams just find a way to get open.
The line has been dominant for Norway. 8 goals produced in the tournament. 6 of them have come from that trio combined. Knuckler, easy stop for Hogan to push aside. Playing it down is Reichenberg for Norway. Right back in come the Finns. Pushing off is Pilström. Recollecting that, Svein on the Norwegian defense. Difficult play for Odegaard, who had the puck lodged between his skates, spun around, tripped up, able to get it out as well. Martinsson trying to lay a hit in front of his bench, separate the puck. Finland to Pilström. 8th World Hockey Championship for Pilström. Let the puck go awry. Moved out by Roost. Lone attacker on the forecheck. He'll continue his path to the puck. Norway not afraid to just have one man high, complete the change, and hope that that forward can sustain the puck. Finland the other direction. Long shot to the goal, deflected high over top of the Norwegian netminder Hogan. Coming down on the near boards, it'll be ushered out by Tretnes. No icing. Back to collect Lettinen.
When Norway's on their game, it's a triangle every time of offense.
Sent ahead, Finland to the side. Aho shoots, right pass saved by Hogan, kicking that one out.
Finland's best scoring chance from their most offensively gifted player.
Sebastian Aho, terrific year in Carolina. Roseli Olsen, a brief steal, but stripped of the puck, freed at neutral ice. 24 goals in his rookie season for Aho. Roymart for Norway down the near boards. Forced to the outside. Otama with him. Scrum develops in the corner. Waiting patiently for it is Kemppainen. Kemppainen swung and missed on an attempt to get it up the boards. Roseli Olsen is there for Norway. Stalemate in the corner right now. They lean, but nothing budging.
Fans growing anxious. They want to see some hockey. That's a six-man strong. Finally, they'll blow the whistle.
Norway and Finland tied with 7 points, and the tourney tied at zeros in Paris.
Et pendant ce moment, nous allons profiter pour aller à la rencontre des fans. Je suis du côté de la Finlande pour l'instant. On va faire une kiss cam dans un instant. Pierre, où es-tu?
Moi, je suis du côté norvégien plutôt. Et je suis vraiment en train de dire que je m'assure. Essayez de trouver le droit.
Yes. We're gonna start the kiss cam, guys. I know that you like that. You know what to do. So, what? Let's go. You know the big screen. Let's show. Wow, thank you. You guys, you turn.
Voilà, alors j'ai trouvé 3 vrais vikings norvégiens. Je suis persuadé qu'ils aient très envie de faire des spot. Ah, c'est quand même regarde, c'est magnifique. Ah, c'est impressionnant tout ça dans la tour.
On continue, you turn, you turn.
John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson returning to Paris. Scoreless time between Finland and Norway. Had a brief look there at Sebastian Aho, part of the young up-and-coming crop that Finland has to offer, and they're fortunate to have some of the youthful exuberance around in this tournament, as some of the big names did not come over.
And that's been the issue with the Finnish Ice Hockey Federation, trying to lure some of the veteran NHLers to play at this tournament after a long season, a disappointing World Cup in which they did not win a hockey game, Finland did.
Rister from the outside is handled by Hogan. Puljujärvi on the doorstep, ends up behind the Norwegian goal. Very close checking hockey game thus far, at least in the low portions of the offensive zones. Hollis trying to break free. Puljujärvi with him every step of the way. The Edmonton first rounder back to the line. Jääkelä shakes off pressure, throws it down low. Puljujärvi lost control. Hollis, Norwegian captain, he's tied up. Pirala. Puljujärvi. Coming back defensively is Ken-Andre Olam. Didn't reach center, but didn't play it in for an icing. Norway executing a quick change as Finland comes right back. Hanka hit on the near boards. Odegaard staying with him. Puck freed up. Odegaard and Hanka go down again. And the physical play is out early, with Norway determined to finish their checks.
Young Julius Hanka has been up ice and behind the net a couple of times now.
Opportunity for Finland, trying to develop something down low. Savanainen couldn't keep the possession alive, but he's right back after it. Savanainen along with Salainen in the corner near side. Norwegian territory. Odegaard will break free for Norway. Spun to the far boards. Norway trying to get out. Long possession for Finland in the Norwegian defensive zone. Helping the cause is Reichenberg. Gains the Finnish territory. Slowing down is Roost on the far wall. A steal behind the net for Finland. Backing off Norway. Changing again. Approaching the halfway point of the first. Scoreless tie in Paris. Puck escapes the Norwegian zone, and Finland happy to just go back and reset.
Well, this is turning into a staring contest for these two teams.
Sala in the mix of things. All the extremities tied up, couldn't kick it, couldn't get the stick down in time. Far boards again. Norwegian zone. Sala. Stepping in there is Johannesson to the line, held in. Finland across. Hietinen doesn't shoot, passes over. Now Rister goes, and a high riser over top of the goal of Hogan. Norway down with it. Roost will skate out, joined by two others. Trekness ahead of him along with Olden. Roost stripped of the puck though, and nearly an opportunity to catch Norway sleeping, but Aho couldn't create anything 1-on-2.
After spending so much time in their own zone, that's a negligent play in the neutral zone. Aho lassoes the puck, and now Finland's right back at it up ice.
Nortisbo takes a look, keeps skating right through center. Nortisbo slides one through. Move to the stick of Roymark. He was covered. Finland counteracts as well. In transition, passed across the line looking for Filppula. He had to hold the line. Rantanen couldn't corral it. Norway right up the middle. Roymark a piece of it. And they'll say it's tipped in, no icing.
Shots are 5-5, but the bulk of the Norway shots came in their first and second shift.
Near point. Odegaard slices it in. Flipped off a stick into the air. Raseli Olsen brought it down. Bostjitson for Norway. Pressured in the corner boards. Bostjitson trying to keep that puck moving. Did, but it hops out to the Finnish touch. And it'll be played into the Norway zone. Pirala able to carry it in. And a penalty coming on that exchange.
Norway, the first to budge. And it's going to be a penalty to them and putting Finland on the power play as Mikko Pirala was trying to step around Thorson, who got too much of him. So the interference call is going to put Finland with the man advantage. Pirala had a wonderful season in the Finnish league, third in scoring there. Hasn't quite got his footing at this tournament. His brother-in-law, well, you might recognize this name, Pekka Rinne, the Nashville Predators. But 26 goals, 55 points in 60 games for Pirala, and Finland gets the first power play of the hockey game.
Speaking of great seasons, Pekka Rinne and the Preds win again. Start their series against the Ducks. Finland trying to start it off against Norway. 2 for 10 on the power play are the Finns in the tournament. At the line. Wrist shot from the point doesn't get through. Norway pressures. Hanka will go around to the near side. Frees up in the slot for Puljujärvi. Backhander block. Hanka retrieves. 4 Finns on the far side. 1 cross ice near side is Filppula. Hanka now spreads it out a little bit. Move to the right side for Filppula on the Finnish power play. Takes a look. Filppula in the slot. Puljujärvi missed it. Back at the point. Hanka to Filppula. On the right side, Finland trying to open the scoring. Goes back across crease, trying to pick off a man. Kemppainen on the far boards, didn't work. Pirala saves for Finland. Kemppainen to the line. Hanka, right side, Filppula won't shoot. Stick handles for a seam to pass to Puljujärvi, a drive, and that missed low and wide on the blocker side of Hogan. 1 minute to go in the Finnish power play. Scoreless tie, Finland and Norway. Puljujärvi again a drive and again a miss on the blocker side as that look continues to be open in the middle. Slap shot was blocked for Finland. Filppula behind the net. Filppula again to the line. Hanka had his shot blocked and healed it partially as well. The same 5 for Finland. Might go the full 2 minutes here. Filppula dancing in, wrist shot blocked. Puck joggled right through the top of the crease. And Kemppainen keeps it alive. Again, Hanka at the point. Kemppainen left side. Kemppainen spins off pressure, passes. Puljujärvi shot, left shoulder save, rebound. Filppula to the net and a sliding block there by Odegaard. Able to take that puck away from the front of the goal crease. It's still underneath the Norwegian defender. And excuse me, that was Bonsaksen. That'll be Hanka again sliding across. Finland pressuring, piece of the blocker there by Hogan.
Hogan's been fantastic here.
Penalty over, Thorson out. Same 5 out on the ice for Finland the entire 2 minutes. Hanka trying to keep this going. Norway on their heels a little bit. And Odegaard will eventually get the clear. Desperation move there by Norway.
The best penalty killing at the tournament. Killing 15 of 16 coming in. You just saw why right there. Norway patient. They keep their sticks on the ice. All 4 players read off each other.
Polis jumping in. Hot wrister past the blocker side of Korpisalo. Kind of fluttered on him. Looked like he was changing his body positioning as it came in. Lehtinen behind the goal for Finland. Thorson pries it free. Mathisolem tripped up, no call. At the line holds a shot and a piece of that by Korpisalo with Traffic from Thoresen in front. Ken Andre Olam and Mathis Olam converging with Thoresen on the Finns. Hounding Finland after killing off a penalty in which Finland owned the zone. Finland will change. Toe drag across the line, stays onside by Osala. Sends it deep in the Norwegian zone. Looking for Hannakainen. Nortisbo pulls back behind the goal, and Hollis will give his team a rest for a moment.
It was Thoresen who took the penalty for Norway. He's still out there in a late shift.
They'll call this one back against Norway. Puck will be dropped at center. Scoreless tie continues in Paris. Most of the fun in Paris is the crowd that arrives. Those ladies getting right into it. Norway can remain happy because of their penalty kill to start the first period and keep the Finns off the board.
It's kept them in hockey games. And then they try to get their top line some offensive zone face-off time. The Olin brothers and Patrick Thoresen. They've been the story for Norway through the first 4 games.
Just slipping one out in time was Lajunen. Norway trying to get out of their own zone. Helped along by Carter Ruud. Puck rolls to the front at the other end. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson with you. Group B action. Norway and Finland scoreless approaching the final 4 minutes of the first.
You wouldn't think it would be that way. Norway ranked 11th in the world, Finland 3rd, but outside of the power play chances by the Finns, it's been a pretty evenly played game so far.
Von Saxon into the corner, looking for Reichenberg down low, finish zone. Reichenberg's had a great tournament as a youngster for Norway, has one of the goals aside from that top line.
Reichenberg can fly, and he's got a real good hockey sense to him.
Big body as well. Finland deterring that last attempt from the Norwegians. Filppula working hard, center for Aho, Hogan a piece, and that's enough. Hogan again, stopping Aho in succession.
Sebastian Aho has been prominent for the Finns in this game and in this tournament. Filppula on the forecheck creates the loose puck and then is helped out by kicking it to Rantanen, who puts out front. Sebastian Aho, the shot follows up with his own rebound. Hogan makes the first stop. He's a patient goaltender. You won't see him outside of the blue paint in this game. He stays in, stops 2 shots, just settles his team down.
Pine in the dot against Roost. Puljujärvi in the Finns control. Puljujärvi wraps it around, can't get to the front of the net. Handled on the far side by Hollis. Back at the line, left point shot and a right shoulder save by Hogan. He has tracked the puck extremely well here in period 1 for the Norwegians.
He plays in Färjestad in the Swedish league, 2 years there.
Puck free in the corner. 3 Norwegians there, no one spotted it. Worked around to the near side for Jäkelä. Finland, lots of offensive zone time. Honka tried a shot, right point. Back to the slot. Finland off the bench. Knuckler on, and that's corralled by the glove hand of Hogan.
Hogan's been their backstop in this first period. You see Marcus Hannakainen. It's Petter Thoresen, coach and longtime Norwegian Olympic player. 5 Olympics for him. Trying to get some of his players buying in.
Either he's a hand talker or there's an extreme point to be made there.
Well, it's about smooth exits out of your zone, and that hasn't happened late stages here.
Finland forcing Norway to bend, but not break just yet. High stick being called.
Well, a face-off, and we talked about Hannikainen. He's just trying to dig for the puck. It's Svein trying to lift the stick, instead brushes the cheek. Svein's looking for some more evidence for a double minor. That won't be the case, but Norway, late in this first period, they'll get their first look 5-on-4.
Norway also 2 power play goals in the tournament. Finland has killed off 8 of 11.
One of those power play goals was by Reichenberg, where he was able to zip into the zone, cut down the right wing, and right to the net with a power move.
Norway stalled off the draw on the power play. Finland quick work descended the length of the ice. Ken Andre Olam off his right skate. That wasn't closest to the line. He had to curl back to reset. Now to Mathis Olam, his brother. Throws it down deep off the end boards. No takers for Norway, and again, an easy clear for Finland.
Finland's been one of the most disciplined teams in Group B action. Believe it or not, Russia has taken the least minor penalties. They're in Group A and doing very well. Finland, this is only their 12th time in the penalty kill.
Directing traffic was Jakila. Has the puck come to him as well? Down the ice it goes.
Shots were 5-5, and Norway is still stuck on 5.
Norway in just onside as Martinson held the line. Now Finland an opportunity coming in. Trying to drive to the net shorthanded was Pirarala. He'll center as well, looking for Kemppainen. And they'll take more time off the clock with just under a minute to go for Norway's power play.
Good back checking by Mathis Olam, but he spends his energy going the wrong way on the power play, and that'll give way to the second unit.
Oselli Olsen across the line. Again, a bank play to the far boards, but Norway not able to get to the puck. On the rim around first is Finland in good position. Norstabo to the net, scores! Tipped in front by Bastiansen, and a power play goal as Norway up 1-0.
Their first shot in the power play, and it counts. Looked like Finland had a chance to clear. Instead, it's kept in at the line. Bastiansen goes to the front of the net as the puck battle goes to Finland's side, but not out. Kept alive at the point by Norstabo. His shot is through. Korpisalo's going to his right. Bastiansen knocks it down between his legs. Korpisalo can't get the glove out, and then the legs don't come together in time. 1-0 Norway.
Stunner for Finland after the Finns had owned most of the time offensively in this first period, but a late goal in the opening frame gives Norway a 1-0 lead. Korpisalo out to play it. Up the near boards, Pilstrom. Far side, couldn't connect with Savanainen. Norway resets themselves. Lots of time for Von Saxon. Pass, a leading one, and now will turn into an icing.
Finland, if you go back to their win against Slovenia, that was a 5-2 victory on Wednesday. They were down 1-0 in that game in the first period, scored all their goals in periods number 2 and 3, but Bastiansen does the right thing. Gets to the net, taps it down. Korpisalo, he's opening up, trying to get his arms ready for anything that comes high. Instead, it goes low and gets into the back of the net.
Nerving moments for the Finnish fans who have seen a lot in this tournament as well. Easy stop by Hogan. No one pressuring. Goaltender will just play that out to neutral ice.
The reason for the extended celebration for Bastiansen, his first point at this tournament.
35 seconds to go in the opening frame. Play had been owned by Finland, but the score belongs to Norway. Finland looking for some late magic, and that's just an undisciplined play by Aho. Feels that Hollis sold it in front, but Finland right back to the box.
Aho with the cross check, trying to establish position to the front of the net, but Hollis wasn't expecting to get hit in front of his own goaltender. And some pensive thoughts there by the Finnish coach. This is on the entry, and Aho wants to create space for himself, but that's a penalty. And it's another offensive zone penalty by Finland. And another power play late in this first by Norway. 22 seconds, not a lot of time to work with, but Finland, kind of like their tournament, have been making their own speed bumps and then driving right into them.
1 for 1 on the power play, Norway. That is where the goal arrived from. And a 1-0 Norwegian lead. Puck right in front of Korpisalo. Trying to clear in a hurry there with the Finns, and they're pressured into the corner. Kirala won't get it out. Johannesson to Roseli Olsen in front, side of the net. Backhander off the trapper side of Korpisalo. Norway does come close to finding a second one before the first expires, but it is a power play goal from Bostjansson to surprise the Finns. Norway leading after the first in Paris.
Allez, vous avez fastest shot until you are at 114 km/h. The fastest shot of his first game was perfect in 14 km/h. Voilà, ils vont trouver les statistiques sur les écrans, donc en face de la avec ce but de évidemment. Du côté des shots en gros, il y en a un peu plus paradoxalement. And more penalties as well for Finland. That were the statistics of the first period. Introducing the 2017 IIHF app. Player statistics. Team statistics. Live updates. And introducing hockey cards. Your face, your team, your card. Sharing with hockey fans across the world. From any smart device, in your own language. The 2017 IIHF app, powered by Skoda. Download it now from the Apple App Store and Google Play. Skoda, simply clever. Men need real man's dream to prepare themselves. Living a man dream, sacrifice your soul and not increasing. Man, this is your dream. Living a man that starts with you.
Voilà, première pause après ce début de but marqué ici dans le match, mais ils ont fait du copé en Allemagne également. Lettonie USA et également 1-0, c'est les Lettons qui ont marqué.
That's right, here we have a goal for Norway versus Finland, and on the other side in Germany, Cologne, we have Latvia versus the United States of America, and after the first period, the score is Latvia 1, the United States of America 0.
Voilà, comme vous voulez vous rappeler dans cette séquence-là, présente les boutiques officielles qui vous accueillent bien sûr, principalement pour la billetterie. Je vous rappelle qu'il reste deux très beaux matchs à vivre cet après-midi. Les deux ont un intérêt assez passionnant pour ce championnat du monde, donc surtout n'hésitez pas, si vous n'avez pas votre billet, bien ça se passe dans les boutiques officielles.
If you want to buy tickets for the coming stations, for the coming matches, please make your way to the commercial area. Don't forget that we have a match at 4:50 between Belarus and Slovenia, and then at 8:15 between Canada and Switzerland.
Voilà, les boutiques qui vous servent aussi pour le match de Brésil, je crois que vous êtes déjà bien servis dans les plein de casquettes, notamment pour la Norvège, elles sont pas très sympas, mais toutes les casquettes de tous les pays et toutes les équipes présentes sont superbes. Casquettes, écharpes, j'en passe, et les meilleurs, ça se passe bien sûr dans les boutiques.
That's right, in the commercial areas you can buy a lot of things. The transfers, for instance, you can buy also the official program where you can find all you need to know about this competition.
Encore un truc très important, Benjamin, c'est de vous rappeler que si vous êtes équipé de vos billets pour les matchs à venir, vous avez le pack pour la journée, vous avez votre billet dans le match suivant, sortez bien par rapport au C, très important, sinon vous ne pourrez pas rentrer.
That's right, if you already have your ticket for the next match between Belarus and Slovenia, when you will exit the arena after this match, please take care exiting with the gate number C, gate C, to be sure we can go back with us.
Alors, le saviez-vous, c'est le petit retour qu'on vous donne également régulièrement. C'est ici, ça se passe sur les écrans, on va vous le mettre, on va faire un mot en français.
vous avez vu, c'est une petite anecdote concernant bien sûr le monde du hockey sur glace. On y a tout de suite. Alors, mais savez-vous par exemple que c'est lors du championnat du monde organisé en Suisse en 1961, les deux villes de Genève et de Lausanne ont créé, en tout cas dans cette année-là, ont créé 3 groupes, non pas le groupe B, le groupe C, innovation qui a permis l'accroissement des zones de pays en compétition. C'est l'arrivée pour certains de retour pour eux, c'est le retour notamment de nations de la France, et c'est aussi la première fois pour l'Afrique du Sud qui rentre dans ce championnat du monde. On va noter également en 61 que c'est la dernière fois que l'équipe mondiale se déroulait sur le patinoire découvert. En 1961, on est encore sur le patinoire découvert, c'était la piscine de Lausanne, transformée en piste de glace, qui servait le patinoire, et c'était la date. In English, my friend?
Yes, did you know that the International Ice Hockey League decided in 1930 that World Championship should happen every year? Instead of every 4 years, as you can see on big screens, on occasion of the 3 previous Olympic Games in 1920 in Antwerp, was in Belgium, then in France in Chamonix, and then in 1928 in St. Moritz.
It's okay. Let's start again in French. C'est une petite anecdote. Le saviez-vous sur les championnats de 39 également organisés en 61 en Suisse. Et là, cette fois-ci, les villes de Zurich et de Bâle étaient les villes hautes. Et ces championnats furent les derniers avant la longue interruption, bien évidemment, de la Seconde Guerre mondiale à l'occasion de ces championnats. Le Canada a envoyé sa fondateur, c'est comme ça à l'époque, qui étaient les Snowfielders de Trail, qui ont exercé sur le massif et totalement écrasante en encaissant un seul but sur les buts en but. Allez, on se retrouve avec vous tous. On est allé faire un petit tour, on est allé se désaltérer parfois. Certains, beaucoup sont restés ici. On va revenir dans l'ambiance pour savoir si vous êtes toujours avec nous, toujours motivés pour ce match.
Wow, I like this music. We're gonna dance, we're gonna sing all together to make a little noise before the beginning of the second period here in the Aquaritas Arena.
Voilà, alors tu sais maintenant, on a des caméras toujours qui sont sur vous. Ne vous laissez pas surprendre. En train de faire la tête, ça serait dommage. Mais on va vous demander justement plusieurs têtes. C'est le fameux emoticam, l'émoticam avec les émoticônes. Alors il y en a qui sont des smileys, le plus célèbre est le smiley dessus. Il y en a qui font la tête, on a qui tire la langue. On va faire tourner la roulette, elle tourne déjà, regarde. Alors c'est celui qui peut faire celle-là. Tu peux le faire celle-là? Ouais, surprise, c'est exactement ça. On fait tourner, mais cette fois-ci c'est à vous. Attention, on fait tourner la roulette.
It's your turn. Check out the screens.
You have to do this face. You can smile. Yeah, really smile. Good smile. On fait tourner encore. C'est pour vous, monsieur. Attention. Ouais. Alors c'est pas mal. Ça peut se sourire, mais la bouche fermée, c'est pas évident. Monsieur, émoticam. Yeah. Really good. On continue. Quelle tête vous allez faire? Ah oui, c'est pas un vrai sourire, c'est une grimace. On n'y va pas. Allez, je vous dis, on va voir quelle tête. Maintenant, quel petit mot. C'est du
John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson bringing back to Paris, France. Group B action and a bit of a surprising start for Norway, who lead 1-0 over Finland thanks to that man, Bastiansen. Quick update from the other pool. That would be Group A in Cologne, and Latvia leading USA 1-0 after 1 period of play. So a pair of teams in each group deadlocked in points, going head-to-head, and right now it is the underdogs, shall we say, that have the 1-0 lead.
Certainly is. Just continuing on the Group A play, it's Connor Hellebuck in net for the States. And Theodorus Blugers opens the scoring for Latvia. And in this game, Norway has an open door here as they'll start on the power play, a carryover for a late Sebastian Aho cross-checking call. So we'll have 1:38 to work with.
After the first period, Norway 1,
Norway scored late in the first period. Trying to open the second with another goal and add to their lead. Starting with the man advantage at carryover, 138 as Dave just alluded to, but Finland will take some time off the clock, sending that one down. Polis. Bank that one towards a goal, that'll be icing.
Finland's going to try to fend off in the neutral zone as Jonas Holas, this is his 12th consecutive World Championship, played his first in 06 at the age of 19. Played one season with Colorado, the Avalanche, 6 assists in 39 games, played some time in the minors, 17 games with Lake Erie, 6 assists, and did not score a goal in North America, looking to get one here in the power play.
Polis, long dump in to left of Korpisalo, and that finished goal. Thoresen after it in the corner. Vigorously for Norway, trying to keep that puck in, make the most of this power play to start the second period. 1 minute remains for Norway. Try and work with that. Play between the legs of Thoresen. Opportunity for Otama to get out. He will, banking it down to Hogan at the other end.
Some good work along the boards for Finland. Relay the puck, and once again, it's the breakout on the power play for Norway.
Sally Olsen into the near corner, excuse me. That one hopped away from Jakala. Down the ice it goes again for the Finns. Much the way the first power play started for Norway, Dave. Some difficult puck placement, but yet they found a way to get one past Korpisalo near the end. 12 seconds to go. Shot for the line is knocked down in front. Korpisalo reaching with a glove, didn't have to make the save. And Norway near the line. Reichenberg keeping it in, threw it to the bench, and just hopping over in time was Bastiansen. That was very close to too many. Power play over for Norway. Finland is now 1 for 2 on the kill.
And just one shot towards the net. Korpisalo didn't make any stops on that Norwegian power play. Norway looking to do something they haven't done before, and that's beat Finland. Finland is 16-0-2, the two ties in 1996 and 1990.
And since 1996, Finland 6-0 against Norway, who have a 1-0 lead. At the line, a shot comes through, left pad stopped by Korpisalo. Finland regathers, trying to at center. Norway picked up, now it's stolen. Aho coming in with Filppula. Aho, far side. Lost control of the puck. Trying to settle down for Rantanen in the slot. He missed it. That appeared to be starting dangerous, but it certainly didn't end that way.
Sticks and bodies bumping into each other in the neutral zone. And no crisp passes for any sort of chance towards the goaltender Hogan.
Aho off the glass and down. Norway controlling. Turned it over on a play out of the zone through neutral ice. Forsberg a little bit of pressure. Honka takes over. Moves the puck up. Savanainen played it over. Puljujarvi stalled in the far corner. Back at the point again. Wrist shot was delivered from the far side by Honka. Blocked in front. Norway content with the clear. They'll change. Savanainen in. Slap shot. Blocked. Rebound working back to the point. Committing on the play was Otama, and the Finns scramble back. No pressure from Norway to try and catch them.
Finns are getting in, but they're not sustaining any pressure.
Honka jumps up, cuts to the net, tried to throw it on, but he was cornered away by Odegaard on the far side. Now Honka has to race back. 3 Norwegians moving up ice, but again a line change. Korpisalo keeps it going behind the Finnish net. Off the sideboards, Kemppainen towards center ice. Honka, long shift, will steer it deep and head to the bench for change. Osala for Finland, trying to get organized. Pass back, stolen by Norway. Roy Mark across, played to the far boards. Skipper over the line, sends the play offside.
Almost seems like Honka, for the Finns, feels that he's got no one to give it to. He'll just do it himself. Here he is on the back check on Roseli Olsen. And then the payback almost The Flinch, Julius Honka, first rounder to Dallas Stars in 2014. Smattering of games this past season with the Stars, 16 of them throughout the season, at a goal, 5 points. He is part of their future on the blue line.
Knifed in, Ken-Andre Olam. Korpisalo leaves behind the net. Yakula, Panthers 5th rounder in 2002. Forced to go back with it. Lajunen, far side, can't clear. Mathis Olam keeps it in. Lajunen again. Nearly knocked down by Ken-Andre Olam to save the line. Loose puck at center. Norstabo plays it deep. Piece of it on the way by Korpisalo. Finland resorting now to just sending it down the ice to relieve some pressure. Svein behind his own goal will take a moment, swing it over to the captain Hollis. Svein again to Sondre Olden. Into the Finnish zone it goes. Norway late at pursuing that puck. Finland able to move it up quickly. Filppula across. Rantanen some room in the right side. Shoots, and that's blocked on the way in by Odegaard. Rantanen to his own rebound off the Norwegian shin pads. Svein has all he can handle behind the net with Aho. Tries to center for Filppula right through the crease. Surprised no violation there. Now Filppula on and a high stick delivered. Filppula shaken up, and it'll be a Finnish power play.
That's a shame for Norway, as the goaltender Hogan, if he had frozen the puck earlier, perhaps that penalty's not called, but Filppula is trying to get to the puck. Aho with some subtle interference right there on Roost. But the stick of Dennis Svein goes up, clips Filppula. See Haugen putting the puck back into play. But Finland had a power play halfway through the first period, generated some chances. Hogan was at his best at that time. Will now try to break through.
0 for 1 are the Finns on the power play in the hockey game. Have scored just 2 power play goals in the tournament, trying to change their luck right now in a 1-0 deficit. Not yet halfway through the second period. Drawin, Savanainen to Aho, down low. Through the crease, it's banked in. A side door play on an awkward goal, and the Finns have tied it.
That didn't take very long. I don't even think Svein sat down in the box. Hietinen with a sneaky near side shot. After the face-off win, it stays on the left side. It's moved down, and here's the fake. As Hietinen is trying to move it across, bobbles it, and it's off the stick of Hogan. Trying to go to the far side, it never makes it there, but they'll take that bank job and deposit it in the net. 1-1 here in Paris.
Hietinen, an unlikely customer to find that goal. Slipping it through the legs of Hogan. And both teams with a power play marker. Now try to battle out of a 1-1 tie. Penalty coming up again, so lots of specialty team times. Finland right back to the power play. Korpisalo to the bench just as it's touched up. And Finland trying to go back-to-back with the power plays. Found a goal to tie against Norway. Finland trying to battle back in the game in the second period. Have drawn 1 power play goal to tie from Hietinen, and we'll go back to the power play with lots of time on the clock.
Andreas Martinson gets the interference call on the forecheck in the offensive zone. The last power play was converted in 5 seconds by Finland. The Hietinen ricochet.
Finland scrambles for the draw win. Played to the line. Raw unit now to Aho. Cross ice pass. A sharp one. Sends Rantanen playing that off the far boards. Rantanen on the power play deep. Swings to Aho. Aho down low. Rantanen looking in front. Banked off a stick again. This time Hogan ready for it to get down with the paddle. Norway trying to get that puck out. Rantanen behind the net. Hollis a steal. He'll find a way to bank it to center.
Some nervous moments for Hogan, causing his own problems, trying to help out with his own goal stick, but the pucks are deflecting to him.
Rantanen across. That one angled on off a deflection again, and a left pad save by Hogan. Bouncing puck, swing and a miss from Savanainen in tight. Aho. Power play, far boards. Looking down low, Rantanen behind the net. Back to Aho. Aho, cross ice, tipped through the top of the goal crease by Savanainen. Aho to Savanainen, out of the corner. Aho centering, and unable to get that one was Hietinen, looking for his second straight goal.
The last power play that they had in the first period, the Finns spent the whole time in the Norwegian zone, couldn't break through. This power play, the first one in this second period, didn't take them long. They're continuing the pressure.
1 for 2 on their third are the Finns. 32 seconds to go in this most recent installment. 1-1 tie, Finland and Norway. At the line, held in. Savanainen spreads it out across. Far board set up for Finland. They'll take some time and execute a change.
Whoa.
15 seconds left. All kinds of blue jerseys on the ice right now. Puroala past Aho. They continue to change right in front of where the puck's being moved. Finland in deep. Time running off the power play clock. It's over out of the box. Martinson across to the near point. A wrist shot snared by the glove hand of Hogan off of Lettinen.
Mikko Lettinen hesitates and loses his angle, allows Hogan to find where it's coming from. Here he's down on his knees trying to use his glove to catch that saucer pass. Instead puts it towards himself, and this is the miss from Hietinen. Hogan was trying to get across, was there, but didn't have to field the puck. Finland's getting some more instruction from their bench bosses. Maybe too patient on that last power play.
Thorson against Lajunen. Slapper from the point, they'll score! Honka blasts that one in, and Finland grabs a 2-1 lead.
Another face-off loss in the defensive zone costs Norway. Honka with the hard slapper. Hogan can't see it. And with his second point of the tournament, Julius Honka has been a story here in this game. Quick D-to-D pass sets him right into the wheelhouse. And this slapper, as the waters part at the last moment, Hogan knows he's sunk when he goes down, and it's up over his right shoulder. The pass from Otama, his defense partner, to Honka, his first. 2-1 Finns.
Big goal for Finland to grab their first lead of the hockey game, separate on the scoreboard. Both goals in the second period. And they'll try to run with this one. Otama angled out to center. Johannesson back for Norway. Johannesson on the return feed. Directed it towards the finish line. Played out of the corner. No icing. Otama again. Helped out along the boards by Pilstrom. Played across now to Savanainen. Long slapper. Fought off by the shoulder of Hogan. Rebound. Savanainen followed up, but it was blocked down low by Norway and Bostjansson. Savanainen to Solomon. Out in front. Steered away by Norway. Played to neutral ice. Log jam, far boards, Finland changing. Sending the new troops out there to grab the puck, and they do. Puck strength on display by Aho, who creates the lane and a backhander on. Hogan a stop, but wonderfully something out of nothing for Sebastian Aho.
And he pays for it afterwards. Von Saxon knocks him down, gives him a smile. Sebastian Aho can create things on his own. The youngster is hard to track down. but not hard to knock down after the whistle. He had an assist on the power play marker, Aho did. Maybe the wrong year to have such a strong rookie season in the NHL with all the other stories. Laine, Matthews. But he was just a gem for Carolina.
Rantanen spilled in the corner. Holis will flip one to center ice. Honka pursuing. Puck slowing up. No icing. Honka with the go-ahead goal. Moves to Aho off the heel of his stick. Changes hands at center. Reichenberg coming back in for Norway. Cornered off by Jakala. Norway trying to get to the front off the blade of Filppula. Filppula now leads in to Aho. Cross ice. Rantanen coming back. Reichenberg got his stick in the lane. Aho retrieves behind the net. Tangled up with Norstabo. Finland fans want a call. Won't get one. Two straight penalties for Norway in the second period. Finland made them pay on the first.
Well, it's the early game out here, but the Finns, their supporters, they don't need a reason to party. They start the party.
Yeah, we noticed the gentleman make his way to the press area. Turns out he doesn't have a seat there. Norway, all in good fun. Mathis Olam to the front, and that one went wide of the blocker side of Korpisalo. Now right through the crease, and Korpisalo picked that one up a little bit late, but again, didn't have to make a save.
Hasn't been very busy as the Finns find some offense, and Korpisalo is just going to snuff things out. Finland allowed the first goal on an undisciplined power play that they gave to Norway, but they came right back with a couple of their own. Hietanen there sneaks it off the goaltender's stick and in. And a hard slap shot from the youngster Honka. And it is Penguin party time.
Could get on board with that, I think. That's catchy.
It is.
Lots of animals in the crowd, both dressed up and not in costume. Finland trying to keep them rowdy with a 2-1 lead against Norway. Picked up at center ice. This shot from the outside is blocked coming back. Jarvinen able to get his body in front. Now the Finns go the other way. Jammed up in the slot. Puck bouncing around. Mathis Olam. Top line. Trying to get something going for Norway. Thoresen to Mathis Olam. To Olden, tipped on, and a stick save in front of the pad by Korpisalo, who got the rebound on the redirect.
And just slowly arrives to the goaltender as he hasn't faced an actual shot this period. Had a couple that's made its way to him. This one is not connected as Olden tries to stay at the net, gets bounced off there. Sondre Olden trying to do his part to tie up the score here with Finland up 2-1.
Drawing Norway. Johannessen's shot is blocked. Will bounce right back to the Norwegian zone. Johannessen knuckled one towards the goal. Korpisalo turned the stick over as if to knock it down. Didn't touch it. Norway. Johannessen across. Von Saxon back. And over the line it goes.
Boy, that's a pass that needs to make it onto the tape. When you go D to D, you have your forwards battling in front of the net, just allowing an easy clear for Finland.
Honka down the ice, Johannessen again. Norstabo in for Roymart, missed it, corralled at the line. Norstabo saw a man open, pump fake, lost control. Savanainen will hit center, turn one deep.
Just some overthinking by the Norwegian defenseman. Just get it through to the net.
Roymart from behind him couldn't handle it. A couple of rushes just broken up by Norway, putting the handcuffs on themselves. There's another turnover. Slapper from the line, a stick save. Hogan alert after Lajunen just left that to the point. Bostjansson, the Norway goal scorer, creeps across the finish line, plays it down low. Trying to get out on the far side where the Norwegians, that didn't work. Norway still with it though. Move to Roseli Olsen. Roseli Olsen fights off a check. To the line towards Fame, then back down low, Martinson. Martinson high in the zone, shoots a wrister. Korpisalo didn't see it, but it went wide of the glove side. Get the sense, Dave, to your point, is it's moved up by Filppula. Korpisalo searching for a lot of pucks. You hit the net, you might find a awkward goal to tie things as the play goes offside. Norway will be trying to do that, but Honka has the fans trumpeting a 2-1 Finland lead. Paris, France has been great hosts, not only for their club and country, France, but welcoming the world in Norway and Finland in a good battle here. 2-1, the Finns leading.
This isn't exactly a newsflash, but Finland is completely comfortable to sit on a 1-goal lead. Not allowing any shots of any quality towards the goaltender, Korpisalo. They will try to slow the game down, the Finns will, jam up the neutral zone. If they don't see what they like, they'll just take it back, start over. There we go.
Lettinen ahead. Two others join. Lettinen jumps in, shoots on. Big rebound off of Hogan to the slot. Purala, backhander block. Lettinen a shot from the line. That one blocked as well. And the problem started with the goaltender not able to handle that puck cleanly.
Bounced off his chest protector like a kid in a bouncy castle.
Puljujärvi working far corner down low for Finland. He's without a point in the tournament thus far. Purala up the boards. Reverse back down low by Kampainen. Finland will change upon Norway taking possession. Rickenberg throws it in. Thoresen pursues. Thoresen lays a hit. Lone Norwegian player in the zone on the forecheck. Easy opportunity for Finland to move it out. Osala wrist shot. Toe drag and a stop by Norway. And Hogan to keep the Finns honest.
Normally reliable, Hogan has been spitting out a couple of rebounds. Okay, hard shots towards his equipment as he just takes a breather. Petter Thoresen is going to have to watch he doesn't overplay his top line. The Olin brothers and his son Patrick Thoresen, as those three get 19 plus minutes a night, have so far through the 4 games.
They're trailing now, but 5:28 to go in the second. You can bet if the score stays the same or the margin grows larger towards Finland, we'll hear those three quite a bit more.
Norway's next game is going to be Monday against Canada.
Mathis Olum draw win for Norway. Chasing after the play, Rantanen nearly freed it up for Filppula. Rolling puck, tough to handle. Big hit there as well as stepping up was Järvinen. Finland out. Järvinen across the line, dished it over. Filppula along the far boards, squeeze to the outside. Rantanen has Aho in front. Rantanen to the line. Now to Aho, shoots, and he couldn't get all of that one towards the goal. Great opportunity and some daylight for Aho.
Rantanen uses the big frame to get free and then finds it to Jääkelä, the point man, and he just relays it off.
Finland has found some life in the second. A pair of goals to give them a 2-1 lead after trailing 1-0 out of the first. 4.5 to go in the second frame. Savanainen with Pilstrom moving to the net. Savanainen out of the corner. Hit twice. Puck stolen. Norway trying to orchestrate a clean breakout. Lose it at center. Solonen. Far boards. Solonen. Watch from behind. Solonen to the line. Slapper goes wide off the stick of Ville Jelainen. Back down low again, Pilstrom. Lajunen in behind the net. Norway able to find the puck, just cannot get it out. Now Olden does, and that's off the back of the official into the bench, I believe.
Finns are okay with playing that style, keep it along the boards. We get a look at some puck battles down below the goal line. And that pass to Aho, doesn't normally miss those. A second rounder in 2015 to Carolina at first round numbers. 49 points in 82 games in his first season. And if he continues to heat up in this tournament, he'll carry the Finns with him. He'll turn 20 in July.
Gold medal winner with Finland in the World Juniors 2 years back as they were hosts in Helsinki. Aho, Puljujärvi, Laine. A trio together were a force, to say the least, of that tournament. Trying to restore some pride in this Finnish program as David's dropped off since 2016, where the Finns won gold in the World Juniors, won gold at the under-18s, nearly won gold at the World Championship. Canada would take that from them, and boy, it's been a different story in 2017.
Well, they couldn't corral a gold medal against Canada, losing 2-0 last year at this tournament. They hit the ground with a thud at the World Cup, winless there. And they're trying to redeem themselves with less NHLers on the roster.
And World Juniors, they fired their coaching staff halfway through the tournament.
Oh, there was that.
Leading 2-1 against Norway, Roseli Olsen into the slot. Pass back to the line. Johannesson right point of drive, sliding block. And a good one, able to pop that free. Player down behind.
Well, behind the play after the block shot by Puljujärvi, you see the disgust by Järvinen as he's going to the penalty box. Got tied up in front of the net. Martinson, that's where he likes to do his battles. But to your right, you see the slash back. And it's always the retaliatory penalty they'll see. Even as Järvinen will sit, this might go into Norway's favor. They've been the second best team on the ice in this second period, but they get their top unit power play out with 2:34 on the clock here in the second period, looking to tie the score.
Third power play for Norway. Capitalized in the first for their only goal. Set up off the draw, it doesn't connect right away, but held in by Norstabo. Fight for it, Thoresen. Norstabo, back to the line, right side, Olis across. Far point. Ken-Andre Ola. Back to the line. Now on the near side. Down low, Norway spreading it out, Thoresen. Olis. Mathis Olam fakes a shot, skates down low. Ken-Andre Olam healed it, goes to Thoresen. His shot jammed up in front, and Korpisalo didn't have to make a save with the Finnish wall intact.
Norway couldn't find the puck there. Filppula does, gets it down the ice. There's been a lot of things happening behind the play out of the eye of the officials.
Ken-Andre Olam across the line. The brother Mathis couldn't weave his way to the front of the net, and his pass over is blocked, and down the ice it goes.
Olis is going to wait for the rest of his players to get on the ice. Finland with the up ice pressure. Olis will look to change, but he is their power play quarterback. Now he's going to stay out for a bit. Take a look at the bench. There he goes.
Reichenberg speeds past that Norwegian bench. Threw it in. Korpisalo out. Didn't grab it. Roseli Olsen checks up half wall. 44 seconds to go. Norway power play. Roseli Olsen cross zone for Norstabo coming in on the left wing side. And Finland able to clear again.
Good penalty killing and board work by Hietinen.
Bostjanson, the goal scorer. Handed off. Reichenberg, nice move. Just couldn't get it all the way around Lettinen, who will clear.
Well, the youngster Reichenberg, I've seen times where he's been able to stick handle through players. That one got away from him.
Last ditch effort for Norway on the power play. Norstabo behind the net, no takers. Tretnes was way too far out of the reach. And Finland a big kill, keeping Norway off the board and retaining a 1-goal lead. Stretch pass goes off a stick into the finish zone. They're calling that back at the line against Norway. Room to move out. Savanainen played it ahead for Solonen. Solonen with Savanainen following up behind him. Bang and crash behind the Norway net. Solonen at the side, looking to the point. Both are covered. Savanainen now frees it up. Far circle, leaves it there. Sharp angle shot off the goal stick through the crease, and a penalty at the end of the period for a hold.
Tretinis doesn't like the call, but he's going to put Finland on the power play for the third.
2-1 hockey game. Finland, with both of them recorded in the second, have the lead, headed to the third in Paris.
Of the second period, over 41 kilometers per hour.
Voilà, sur cette parenthèse dans cette deuxième période avec
TC.
Eh bien, on va regarder de nouveau une petite séquence sur les écrans qu'on apprécie beaucoup. C'est vous, tout simplement, vous les supporters de sport d'ailleurs, parce qu'on a envie de dire norvégien, finlandais, mais il y a aussi d'autres supporters, les Suisses sont déjà bien là. C'est vous, avant que vous rentriez ici à l'intérieur de la Cour peut-être Arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, check out the screen. It's your sequence. It's the express yourself sequence. Let's go.
Très belle séquence effectivement, avec des Finlandais particulièrement motivés, déjà de se sauver dehors, mais on n'a pas fini d'en entendre encore sur la troisième période. Ce sont de tout ce qui avait déjà votre ticket pour ce match-là. Si vous n'avez pas pour la suite, n'hésitez pas, les boutiques officielles à votre disposition.
Tickets for the next sessions are still available, so if you would like to purchase some, just make your way to the commercial area.
Voilà, le merchandising aussi, on en parle bien sûr. T-shirt, casquette, vous connaissez maintenant le truc. Impérativement, vous devez ressortir, repartir de Paris avec un souvenir de ce championnat du monde, pouvoir dire j'y étais, regarde, j'ai le maillot, j'ai la casquette, c'est important. Donc ça se passe également du côté des boutiques.
If you want to buy any souvenirs, and you can make it as well to the commercial area, you can buy some t-shirts, some mini mascots if you want, and you can also buy the official program with all the information you need to know about the 2017 IIHF World Championship.
Voilà, donc ça s'adresse à tous ceux qui sont déjà là, supporters de la Slovénie, de la Biélorussie, c'est la déchirante, de la Suisse, bien encore la République tchèque. Si vous avez déjà votre ticket et que vous êtes avec nous ici, sortez bien par la porte C pour pouvoir rentrer facilement ensuite.
If you already have your tickets for the next match between Slovenia and Belarus, please exit the arena for the third period through the gate C.
Yes. Hi, my friend. Alors on va faire un petit peu de bruit. On va essayer. On va essayer de faire un match dans le match. C'est un match de noise makers. C'est vous qui allez faire le plus de bruit. On va voir qui en fait le plus. Si c'est la Finlande ou si c'est la Norvège. Par qui on commence?
Par la Norvège. We're going to start with Norway.
Okay. Let's start Norway. Only Norway fans. You have to make some noise now. 3, 2, 1. Make some noise! Okay. Come on. Norway, come on! Yes. Okay.
73. The score is 73 for Norway.
That's good.
73, c'est plutôt pas mal.
Pas mal.
On va voir maintenant ce que les Finlandais peuvent faire cet après-midi.
On se sent plus heureux que les Canadiens.
What about the Finnish fans? Come on guys, it's your turn to make some noise.
3, 2, 1, go!
Very congratulations. If we don't have the graphics, it doesn't matter. Pierre, on va essayer de le faire maintenant avec toute l'aréna, tout supporter confondu. Alors attention, whether you're a Finnish fan,
Les Suisses peuvent faire du bruit. Switzerland fans, you can make some noise. And Norway and
everybody in the arena, get ready to make some noise with us in 3, 2, 1, let's go! Congratulations, you amazing fans today here in Paris. Thank you all. Sans 4 à battre, peut-être sans les matchs de tout à l'heure, si vous êtes avec nous, on restera le match au revanche. On va essayer.
à tout de suite, match pour dans quelques instants.
John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson bring you back to Paris, France. Third period action for Jonas Korpisalo and his Finland team leading Norway 2-1 out of 2 periods of play. And Finland will start the third on a power play just as they did 1 period prior, Dave, and looking for the same result.
Last year at this tournament, Finland had the best power play, had the most power play goals, 12, in an undefeated World Championship until the final, losing 2-0 to Canada. Here they have a power play goal in this game, and they're looking to get a separator here to start the third.
Up 2-1, Finns in their blues. We'll start the third with a puck on the power play, full 2-minute power play as Tretnes took the minor at the buzzer to end period 2. Finland with a power play goal off of Jätinen in the middle frame. Work it around. Pirala to Filppula, back to Pirala. Again to Filppula, down to the line for Honka. Honka fakes a slapper. Near side, Filppula cross ice off a stick of Puljujärvi. Work back to the line for Honka. Settles the puck, doesn't shoot. Plays it across, back to Honka. Fakes again. Steps aside, swings over. Wrist shot gloved away by Hogan, just enough for the left hand, and the rebound cleared.
Shot through traffic, and Norway gets to the puck first. They're penalty killers, I mentioned it before, but it's worth noting. Always in their own zone, they have their sticks on the ice. They are moving it so that there's no easy passing lanes.
Streaking ahead, Hietinen into the Norwegian zone. Hollis a piece of it on the way by. In for the right point, Lajunen. Back to the near side for Savanainen. Now played on the side door. Rantanen in front, in the crease. Down as Hogan didn't have to make a save. Puck stayed away. Lajunen again to the side, and a healed one-timer by Aho. And the net knocked off behind Hogan.
And the Finns aren't happy with that. The shot doesn't come towards the net, but Hogan moving to his left. Goes heavily into the post. Rantanen tries to get it into the blue. It bounces its way there. Hogan is following it across, loses the stick, but that doesn't matter. The Norwegians find it first. Hollis surrounds the puck, and then it's kicked free. Rantanen is just difficult to deal with that size. 6 points through the tournament. We mentioned the discrepancy for some of the bigger Finnish forwards at this juncture in this game versus a smaller Norwegian team. They're working on the goal posts of the Norwegian net. Just making sure that they stay put.
Quite a few Colorado and Columbus connections between the two teams. As Hogan will take an opportunity to fix the hair, grab a drink of water, and get ready for the next wave of Finnish power play attackers.
Rantanen, 6'3", 212 pounds. Here's another look at the coach for Finland, who didn't exactly enamor himself with the Finns back home at their World Cup. Lauri Mauriamaki, the 39-year-old, his first World Championship. He was assistant for Finland in 2014 when they got a silver, and also in 2015 where they got a 6th. But taking over in the 2011 under-20, that's the World Juniors, 6th place finish in Buffalo. He needs to redeem himself at this tournament.
Looked like you with the check there for a moment. Alligator arms. Lots of fun in Paris, even during a delay, as they still try to get the net in behind Hogan to attach.
Now, they've used different pegs here in Europe. They're not the long plastic ones that you'll see in the NHL that allow the net to come off a little bit but stay connected to the ice. Here it's a shorter peg, so it doesn't take a lot for the goaltender to just lift the shoulder on the crossbar and knock it off. They're going to make sure that this doesn't become an issue here in this third period for the Norwegians to slow things down. But goaltenders are smart. They'll find a way to knock into the post, make it look like it was accidental. Hogan puts the mask on, adjusts the equipment, and 38 more seconds on the penalty kill.
Lengthy delay to start the third period. Power play continues for Finland. They're up 2-1, and on their 4th power play of the hockey game. Savanainen won the draw. Back at the point, move to Aho, near side, looking side door for a man creeping in off the point. He had it in, but could locate him cleanly. Finland back after it. Aho, far side. Played back to the line. Aho again. Lajunen, across. Back to Lajunen. Ville Lajunen to the near side. Aho on the power play. Quick give and go. Aho in front. Through the crease and out the blocker side. Rantanen couldn't get a stick on it. And the power play comes to a close for Finland. 1 for 4 in the hockey game. Finland used it to tie the game at 1 early in the second. Off the stick of Hietinen, and then Honka would provide the 2-1 go-ahead goal. That's where we sit right now as Norway adds to their grief to start the third with an icing.
Just 2 shots on that Finnish power play to usher in this third period. And if there's going to be any sort of push by Norway, it has to come now. And you'd like it from the Norwegian standpoint to come from something other than your top line, because you expect them to bring the pace.
Norway had just 1 shot total in that second period. Bostjansson, the goal scorer for Norway, way back in the first, tangled up. Played down low in the Norwegian zone after it. Hietinen now played down low. Trying to come out of the corner with it. Hennikainen Osala to the line. Annikainen, Osala chopped it to the front from his knees. Lajunen tried to put one on, and Jani Lajunen couldn't get it to go.
It's going to be a too many men on the ice call against Finland. They have a change that doesn't go exactly right. The coach wants to have this explained to him, but it's pretty simple. You can only have 5 out there. So the Norwegian power play that came to life late in the first period is going to have to find a way. This shows that puck going back out in the neutral zone, and boy, we've seen looser calls that haven't been called. But the Finns didn't expect to have to deal with the puck in the neutral zone. They're going to talk this one over. And there's been times where they've reversed calls, but we'll get the official one here. Josef Kubas.
Team Finland, bench penalty, too many players on the ice.
Shows the 6. We'll see if Norway takes advantage with the man advantage.
It's now the 8th power play delivered total in the hockey game. Each team has 4. Norway 1 for 3. That's how they scored their only goal of the hockey game.
Well, we've got a tip goal to start the hockey game for Norway on the power play. Late first, Bastiansen celebrates. They'd like to replicate something like that here. Just been noted that they took away the shot from Norway in that second period. Shots officially now 12-0 in the second period. And they're going to put a different player in the box. That's Annikainen.
Norway sets up. Mathis Olom couldn't win the draw. Finland quick work, skipping one on to Hogan. Had to get the glove down. He'll leave it for Polis, the captain. Former Colorado Avalanche draft pick will move it. Mathis Olom to Ken-Andre Olom. Martinson into the fold, far side as well. Pass to the line, stolen. And Aho, who does it all for Finland, will usher it down the ice.
Norway, I mean, it's consistent in their inconsistency to get it in and set up.
Mathis Olom down the boards, out of the reach of his brother Ken-Andre. Thorson saves. Polis at the near side. Down low for Thorson. Norway trying to tie the game on the power play. Thorson from the near boards to the point. Polis across. Work to the far side. Mathis Olom. Ken-Andre Olom at the point. Back to Mathis Olom. Mathis skates in, doesn't shoot, passes. Ken-Andre does. That's blocked and off a leg. That'll dart down the ice. Kent Heinen got in front of it.
The patience to keep it to the outside, but that shot's got to get through.
Ken-Andre Olom leads the next wave in for Norway. Aho again, a piece of the puck to help break it up, and down the ice it goes. Under pressure, Polis from Filppula killing that penalty, keeping Norway down low. And there's 30 seconds for Norway to work with.
Finns aren't shy to get some up ice pressure with their 4-man penalty killing unit.
Norway can't complete a pass here. Marceli Olsen will take it in himself, cutting wide near side in the Finnish zone. Kept to the outside by Otama. Pass centered off a backhand for Reichenberg, not directed to the goal. Held in by Norstabo. Near side, Marceli Olsen. Norstabo at the line. 5 seconds left. Norway power play. Limited shots. Even attempts, and another one won't arrive before the power play expires. And out of the box, Annikainen at the line. Norstabo now a shot, and that is wide of the trapper side of Korpisalo, who just hugs the posts. Norstabo and a knuckler knocked down in front. Looking for a penalty there were the Norwegians again, but Finland able to get the clear.
That's the mentality, gets towards the net. Johannes Johannesson with the one-timer. Does hit traffic. Sometimes it'll drop right in front of the net, and if you have someone there, you can battle away for it.
Norstabo. Olden. Loose puck at center, turned around. Solid and in. Has Pilstrom to the net. Tried to find him off the backboards. Goes to Savanainen at the line. Played across Lettinen. Now to Pilstrom, high slot. Pilstrom backing up, shoots, and deflected off his stick wide past the glove side of Hogan. Savanainen comes to the top of the zone. Lets one fly, blocked in front, knocked down. Pilstrom didn't shoot from good range. Instead plays it to Ville Lajunen. Now back to the near boards, Savanainen again. Finland cycling, hit their own player. Savanainen shot, dropped by Pilstrom, goes to the goal line, darts back, drops off. Savanainen can't spin away from a hit. Roos trying to free up the puck, can't corral it cleanly for Norway. Savanainen again, down low, activated from in front was Salonen. Unable to retrieve it behind the goal, and Olden will move one into the finish zone.
Even with that pressure, the Finns will have 3 men above the puck.
Puljujärvi chasing one down. Hogan out to slap it around. Pirorala behind the goal. Loose puck available for Odegaard. Hesitated for a moment. Now Odegaard changes direction. Has a chance to move it. Off the stick of Pirorala and out. Lots of power play time for both teams. Separating goal, even strength. Finland leads Norway 2-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, look to the screen. Let's discover the Cola fan of the game.
Bravo, vous êtes ensemble. Je crois que vous avez. Stoya, c'est éclatant.
John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson with you. Group B action, 2017 World Hockey Championship. Finland leading Norway 2-1. Those two countries came into this game tied at 7 points. In Group A in Cologne, the co-host, it is Latvia and USA tied at 3 in the hockey game and tied in that group with 9 points. So a couple of close games that can factor in large the remaining portion of the preliminary play. That game, by the way, on TSN 4. Martinson picks it up. Played across. Odegaard shovels one deep, not from center though, icing against Norway.
A couple of times Norway is trying to create a foot race, but it's been icing calls twice. There's Petter Thoresen giving instructions and hoping that he can find a combination that'll create the next goal. Down 2-1. Petter Thoresen from Oslo.
Filppula draw win at the line. Otama shot blocked in front. Big crowd in front of Hogan. Broke up. Norway able to move it to center ice. Played in by Roost. Korpisalo keeps it going. Finland out. Norstabo missed it. Tracks back against Hogan. He'll make the stop. Finland a quick change. Room for Norway. Ken-Andre Olam across the line. Thoresen shovels in around to the near boards. Mathis Olam behind the net for his brother. For Ken-Andre missed it. Thoresen did as well. Finland coming out. Puck directed to the goal from long range. Missed in front of Hogan. Finland able to work some zone time, kill some clock. Approaching the halfway point of the third period. Finland up 2-0.
That was a nice breakout by Norway.
What a move. Ken-Andre Olam to the slot. Shoots. That's blocked. Knocked down in front. Thoresen can't find for a second chance. And Von Saxon can't hold the line.
The one-man show there by Ken-Andre Olam. Thoresen does the right thing, goes to the front of the net. The puck hits him. And then he's just out-muscled for the rebound.
Mathis Olam sensing a line change from Norway. Curls back. Forecheck there from Savanainen. Mathis Olam down the ice. Easy call there. In fact, it hits the corner glass at the Finnish bench.
Well, the Finns found themselves down 1-0 and then got back into it. This was supposed to go to Rantanen, instead off the goalie and in. Then a face-off, D2D slapper. Hogan helpless. 3 goals in the hockey game, 2 belong to the Finns. Norway would love to pull a point out of this hockey game. They came in, these two teams, tied with 7 each through 4 games.
Czechs threw a wrench into both of these teams' plans through Group B action. Icing again for Norway. Czech Republic took a shootout victory over Finland and an overtime victory, or excuse me, an overtime loss to Norway, so that decreased the full 3 points that teams are awarded for a win in this tournament.
Well, the orders from the coach to the players, and then once they get out on the ice, just seem to disappear. That's another time where they're trying to throw a long bomb to nobody and beat out the icing. Just hasn't happened.
Johannesson pressured. Pirorala comes up with it. Puljujärvi in the vicinity as well. Worked down low to him. Puljujärvi wanted to go behind the net. Searching for Kampainen. Kampainen now with it. Kampainen to the near boards for Finland. Knocked off stride. Puck comes free. Bostjansson sees a man moving to it. Far boards, finds Roymark, but back around. Roseli Olsen to Roymark on the return. Far boards, finish zone. Johannesson across the line for Odegaard. Plays the bank off the boards. Throws down deep. Norway working on the outside. And they'll change again. Roseli Olsen. Backhander in close quarters. Odegaard shoots and tipped just wide by Roymark, who got a piece in front of Korpisalo. Hanka trying to clear. Pirorala for Finland to the line, not out. And this one jumps into the Finnish bench again.
Norway gets into the zone, and then they start a cycle. They work it from board to board behind the net, but they don't have anybody in front. So there's no reason to shoot the puck if the goaltender can see it. As Finland, again, one of the more comfortable teams in one-goal games at this tournament. Their fans would like to see more offense so they can breathe a little bit easier.
Valtteri Filppula wins the draw. Norway gets to it though. Turnover in the Finnish zone. Mathis Olim on the far boards. Joined by Thoresen. Return to Mathis Olim, broken up at the line, held in. Wrist shot knuckled down off of Ken-Andre Olim. And Korpisalo alert, didn't have to make a stop. Aho gets the zone clear. In comes Rantanen to Filppula. Penalty behind the play on the far boards as Aho along with Filppula tangled up, and that's going to Norway.
Filppula doesn't like the call, but he was muscling to get to the far post on the entry and takes the interference call.
Pardon me.
51, 2 minutes penalty, interference.
Late whistle, Finland had the puck.
So Rantanen comes in, he's looking to go to the far point, and Filppula just muscles his way by knocking Mathis Olim down. And that's the interference call there. Finland are going to have to kill this one.
Fifth power play for Norway, looking to tie the hockey game. Roseli Olsen out of his reach, grabs it from the corner, thundered to the near glass, kicked at by Johannesson, can't save the zone. Finland creeps to the Norwegian line. Puck stuttered there for a moment. Pirorala will work it back to his own zone, and it'll be redirected into the Norway territory. Right back up, Norstabo carries across the finish line, cross ice pass to the far boards. Bostjansson again at the line. Norstabo shoots, blocked away by Korpisalo, beat the screen with the right hand extended. And Finland finds a seam to usher it down.
Go back to the first period, Norway, their power play marker, a deflection in front, was another offensive zone penalty by the Finns, as Hannakainen was in the penalty box there. Another offensive zone penalty to Filppula, who's sitting and watching on the other side of the rink.
Log jam behind the net, and two Norwegians go down. Martinson and Thoresen, they're back up as Ken-Andre Olim able to keep that puck in. Norway on the power play. Under 9 to go in the third, looking for a tying goal. Mathis Olim down low from the point, swings back up to the top of the circle. Ken-Andre Olim again at the line. Norstabo across. Thoresen on the outside. Crosses with Mathis Olim to the point. Norstabo back to Mathis Olim. Shot off the post. Struck the glove side post beside Korpisalo. And Norway that close to tying it.
Mathis Olim decides to finally shoot the puck but it's the outside of the post, not the inside. Norway very selective when they get into the zone.
Roymark with speed around one, curls behind Korpisalo, plays to the far point, set up, and Tretness a drive, stopped by the glove of Korpisalo. Had the look underneath him, and Hollis was the man that let it go.
Well, Hollis can shoot the puck, that's for sure. But earlier, it's Mathis Olam, and this is just curving away from the goaltender, Korpisalo. Some traffic in front of the net there by Martinson. He's nowhere near the blue paint. But glove side post. And with 5 more seconds, the Norwegians have to be leery of Filppula coming out of the penalty box.
Off the dot, Otama as far as center ice. Hollis on the power play, and it's over. Reichenberg in 5-on-5, tried a shot, hit Otama backing up to defend. Reichenberg out of the corner. He's been a driving force, and I know we've mentioned his name as Finland comes up 3-on-2. Then on the near side, trying to go into the net was Lajunen. Didn't work, Lajunen again. As Filppula in front, who came out of the box. Norway missed on a power play opportunity. They are 1 for 5 in the hockey game with the man advantage. Regardless of the special teams, Norway needs more pucks to the net. 6 shots in the first, none in the second, 4 here in the third. Silly Olsen resets. Von Saxon. Silly Olsen again. Up to center. Near side, play into the far corner. There is Tretness. To Bostjanson. Finland a steal. Trying to work it out was Savanainen. Tripped up as he moved towards the line, and there was a leg extended, but Savanainen gets up, shakes it off, goes to the bench. Finland turns in behind the goal in the meantime. Pilstrom looking for Solonen in front. Now those two converge in the corner. Bit of a hold there from Von Saxon. He'll get away with it. 6.5 to go in the third, and a 2-1 finish lead.
Mathis Olam comes back to help out and now starts things.
Mathis Olam to Thoresen across. Long slap shot is blocked off the stick of Svein, the defenseman. Rottinen turns in transition to Aho, always crafty backhander right to the top of the crease, and Hogan keeps it going. Svein chasing. Norway appears to be running out of steam, but there's the top line out. Expect to see a lot of these three as Mathis Olam in from Thoresen along with Ken-Andre Olam on the ice for Norway. Puck behind them, and then committing was Odegaard. Odd man rush for Finland, working down the far side. A drop pass goes to Aho. Glove stopped by Hogan, taking one back from Sebastian Aho. And Hogan might as well be the Hulk with that stop. 2-1 Finland, hanging on in the third.
Presented by Eventy, the official TV partner of the 2017 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. Et vous pouvez faire un maximum de bruit aujourd'hui parce que vous êtes 8108 spectateurs. Tonight, you are 8,108. Congratulations. Thank you.
Sebastian Aho thought he had one wrapped up, but Hogan for Norway taking one away as we bring you back. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson in a 2-1 finish lead.
Aho has a goal and, an assist in this game on the power play goal by Hietinen that tied the score in the second. Hogan's been the busier of the two goaltenders in the third.
Pirorala and Puljujärvi both denied the puck off the draw. Played out by Servik of Norway. Lettinen behind his net. Lettinen. Advanced to center. Bit of a hit on the play in from Pirorala. He'll keep on moving to the far corner, Norwegian zone. Hietinen slaps one deep. Finland working the puck to the line again. Hietinen across, letting in a shot. Stop. Hogan top of his crease, no rebound in the butterfly.
Another battle in front of the net. Puljujärvi and Sorvik. As Puljujärvi loses his helmet and his temper. Sorvik hasn't been getting a lot of ice time in the hockey game, but running a short bench at times. You see Filppula come up ice. He hears there's got a player behind him who should have shot. That's Rantanen. Instead, it's over to Aho, and a lovely save by Lars Hogan, who is giving his team a chance. And with some 4-on-4 action coming up, after offsetting minors. Hogan, also from Oslo, a couple of seasons in Farstad. Well, go back to 2011. Played all 7 of Norway's games. Our goals against just above 2. Save percentage of .925. Played every minute of every game. Made his presence known internationally, and he's done that in this game as well.
Cervik of Norway, Puljujärvi of Finland jousting in front. They're both off to the box for roughing minors. 4-on-4, as you said. And Finland with a 2-1 lead, 5 minutes to go in the third. Norstabo tangled up with Aho. Roseli Olsen past his own line. Filppula coming back with it. Filppula will breach 800 NHL games played when he starts next season. Originally drafted with Detroit, playing for Finland right now, one of the bigger names at the tournament.
Mentioned Sorvik. That was through 2 periods. No shifts for him. Gets out in the ice and gets into a confrontation in front of the net for this 4-on-4.
Finland at the line. Wraps one deep. Von Saxon a piece, and now he'll carry out. Von Saxon for Norway to Roseli Olsen across the line. Roseli Olsen looks to the far portion of the zone. A little deep play behind the back for Mathisolo to Roseli Olsen. He'll juke away from the net though. Norway changing up forwards on the far side of Thoresen, set up for one-timer. Roseli Olsen can't get it to him. Roseli Olsen skates to the slot, one-handed off, and Finland looked like they were going to clear. Crowd arguing. Don't blame them on that one. Polis. Norway possession in the Finnish zone. 4-on-4 to the slot. Shot. Mathisolo stopped by Korpisalo.
Well, it all filters through the Olin brothers. As Mathis is the all-time leading scorer internationally for Norway, but this one's right into the stomach of Korpisalo. Earlier, it was Ken Andre with some nifty stick handling, and he gives it off to Roseli Olsen, who should have shot, didn't, waited, lost the puck. With not a lot of pucks towards the goaltender, you have to think that Norway's not helping themselves.
Honka, who has the go-ahead goal for Finland. Trying to help Finland out of their own zone successfully. Letting in as far as the Norwegian line. Stop there. Honka up to the task again. Honka out of the Dallas Stars. Quite a new teammate just a couple of days ago. Probably music to his ears. And Ben Bishop, 6-year deal with Dallas.
Honka loves to carry the puck. He'll go off now, but first 2 periods, he was about the only defenseman who would make it all the way to the Norwegian zone behind the goal with the puck.
4-on-4 comes to a close. 5-on-5 restored. Under 3 to go in the third. 1-goal hockey game. 2-1 Finland leading thanks to the Honka goal. Thoresen to Reichenberg in some room. Tried the forehand move. Thoresen missed it. Reichenberg saves to the line. Odegaard for Norway. Quick wrister. Reichenberg to the front. Thoresen jams at it. Korpisalo down. Puck is loose. And Savanainen comes in to try the attempt to clear, at least move it out. Now it is exited by Finland.
Fun player to watch, that Reichenberg, and he decides getting it to the net is the best play, and that's where the battle is. But the Norwegians can't find the puck in front of Korpisalo. Reichenberg, the 24-year-old, his first World Championship, and it's looking good for him.
Elevated into the netting behind Korpisalo and a stoppage with 2:10 to go.
Korpisalo, part of the young and up-and-coming Finns. he is able to get big enough to hold on to the puck, and right in front of the net, Christian Forsberg is being battled off a juicy rebound. Korpisalo, the 23-year-old. We've seen Honka be a part of this game. He's 21. Don't forget about Puljujärvi, who turned 19 on the 7th of May. And the best of them all, for my money, is Sebastian Aho, the 19-year-old, who was just 2 years old when Finland won their first World Championship back in '95.
Finland trying to win this game. Entered tied in points with Norway at 7. Finland up 2-1. Norway, expecting a late push, have started the goaltender Hogan out. Roseli Olsen drives one to the net, stopped by Korpisalo, and now a decision to make for the Norwegians on their netminder.
Peter Thorson's going to make sure he's got the right players out on the ice. And he has to work from 0 on the clock upwards to make sure he's got his Olin line fresh. It'll be a timeout spent here. Peter Thorson give his team a bit of a break and give way to the assistant coach to draw up some plays here.
I don't know how they pay attention with the shirts from some of the Norwegian coaching staff. See if we get a look at it in a moment. My goodness, some flashy apparel behind that Norwegian bench, and they're hoping some flashy moves on it to try and tie the hockey game.
Hogan's giving his team a chance. And that's all they're looking for with a minute 48 and a face-off that'll be in the offensive zone. I'm going to go back to Aho. He was born in '97, so they won the World Championship in '95. 2 years later, comes into the world and probably entered with a hockey stick. 2011 was the second World Championship for Finland. Both their wins against arch rival Sweden. That one in '95 was in Stockholm.
Hogan to the bench. 6 attackers on for Norway. 2-1 Finland, the lead late in the third. Filppula tasked to win this draw for Finland. Bostjansson responding for Norway. Had the puck on his stick to the line, and it comes out. Thorson, a forward playing at the line, couldn't keep it in. Norstabo, Mathis Solom, he lost it. Hollis, Thorson, some traffic, slides it in and over. Mathis Solom shot, missed the net. Scampering to it, Hollis got there in time to keep it in for Norway. Kicked at by Finland, empty net to play for, they settle for the clear. Approaching the final minute in the third, Norway looking to tie, Finland leading 2-1. Knuckle to the far boards, and Purala will get the skipper off the glass. Norway wants that play whistle dead as the glass separates the benches, but they won't get the whistle. They have to hurry after it now with 55 seconds to go. Mathis Solom knocked it down at center.
Much like the power play for Norway in this game, they have trouble getting into the zone, 6-on-5.
Finland, a drive, trying to go all the way around and out as Järvinen does get it down, and icing will be called with 35.3, and now the Finns don't like it.
They thought that Savanainen would have gotten to the hash marks at least and negate the icing. That won't be the situation. Norway's already used their timeout. As you can see here, puck's down. Savanainen thinks he's just a stride ahead. Linesman sees it another way. Norway has to dig in. They haven't been the better team in the face-off circle. Here's their biggest one yet.
35.3 to go. Norway off the draw, looking for it in front. Martinsen shoots, Korpisalo to stop, puck underneath them. Norway say they score, and they do! Norway ties it up with 29.2 to go off a Martinsen net drive.
A bundled up face-off. Martinsen pulls his way to the front of the net and keeps jamming away. Lori Mariamaki, the coach, is upset. But you see here, it's directed towards the net. Martinsen gets the first shot, just knocks his man down and continues on by shoving it under Korpisalo. Lehtinen gets knocked off. The puck goes off a skate and follows underneath Korpisalo, who doesn't have his stick down on the ice. Referee is right on it. That's Josef Kubis. You see here that last moment, Andreas Martinsson battles. Norway ties.
Norway scored their goal to open the game with a 1-0 lead late in the first. They score their second goal late in the game to tie it in the third. 24 seconds remain. May not be done yet here in regulation. Roselli Olsen gets to clear for Norway. And that'll be icing with 13 to go as it piles over in the corner, including the officials.
Well, there's been some scrums after the whistle. Most of them dissipated coming into this third period. But when you look at the standings and you see 4 games for Norway and 4 games for Finland, both tied at 7 points, the Finns were under 30 seconds away from looking to tie the Czechs with 10 points in the standings. Here's that icing call as Ottoma gets run into by Forsberg. And then Forsberg takes an elbow. And Ottoma, as is customary, make sure he falls down on the opposition.
2 out of 10 for checking to the head.
So it's an elbow check to the head. And this was caught afterwards, but you see it clearly there. Martinsson, who's the reason this Norway team might be able to pull something out in overtime if they don't score with the 13 seconds that are left on the clock. Ottoma, undisciplined play, didn't think he'd get caught. He did. And this game is turned around.
Sixth power play of the hockey game for Norway.
Just no reason to get your elbow up like that. So we'll put another guy in the box. Check to the head, it's 2 and a 10 internationally. And I bet the rest of the Finns would like to be away from their coach right now.
Looked like it was sewn up. Norway scores to tie. They'll have a power play moving through the end of the third. Long wrister into the glove of Hogan. Norway with some late magic forces a tie to pick up a point and head to overtime, playing for the others. 2-2. Norway and Finland from Paris. Back with OT. We come back.
Allez, bon, on va profiter de ce petit break, on s'est vu, on est avec le grand pour ce moment. Il fallait s'en douter, là on est sur prolongation et c'est ouvert, en tout cas on va s'arrêter encore 5 minutes. Mais en attendant, on voulait faire un petit point, il y a un petit très très important à tous les bénévoles volontaires de ce championnat du monde.
Yes, that's right. I hope you exponentially this all the time, but before we'd like to address a special thank to the 357 volunteers. You can make some noise for the volunteers. They welcome you to our competition here in Paris. Thank you to the volunteers.
Allez, lâchez-vous pour les volontaires, ils sont nombreux, ils vous accueillent partout pour vous. On peut les applaudir très fort.
John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson from Paris, France. Group B action going the distance as Norway surprising again, finding a late goal in the third with 30 seconds remaining in the frame with the goaltender pulled to tie the Finns at 2s. We're headed to overtime in Paris. Quick update from Group A is that USA has moved ahead of Latvia 4-3, and it doesn't appear that that game is headed to the extra frame, although it's not done yet. Andrew Kopp right now, the hero for the United States, as those two try to separate themselves in the standings. These teams entered tied with 7 points before the puck got dropped. Finland to our right in the blues, Norway to our left. We'll enjoy a power play to start the overtime.
4-on-3 for a minute 47. Norway has never beaten Finland internationally at the World Championship. This is their 19th try.
Finland starts with the puck short-handed. Jäkelä back to his own zone. Hietinen had it stolen. Norway 4-on-3 overtime power play. Hollis some room, dishes off and juggling it. Thoresen will try to settle it down, but pressured in the corner from Jäkelä. That's moved free for Filppula. Short-handed, gains the Norwegian zone, dumps it in. Boy, one of the Finns fell right at the bench. That was Jäkelä. Nasty spill. He'll get to the bench for the change. Norway in. Power play in overtime. Ken-Andre Olam. Traffic in front. Ken-Andre Olam down low. Martinson, who had the game-tying goal late in the third, had it knocked off his stick. Norway still in, though. Norway and Martinson cross-check to the ice. No call. It'll be Hollis, who tries to reset from center.
Well, they're having the same sort of troubles they've had earlier on the power play, getting in, and finally they skated in.
1 for 5 Norway on the power play. This is their 6th of the hockey game. Tied at 2s in overtime. Mathisola fakes a shot, backhands it over. Reichenberg retrieves from the boards, moves to the line. Hollis fakes a shot. Reichenberg in, snaps it wide of the blocker side of Korpisalo. Mathisola, his turn to pump fake. High slot, Hollis back to Mathisola, fakes again, shoots one low. That's blocked by Puljujärvi. Now back again, Mathisola. Time winding down on the power play for Norway in overtime. Mathisola to Hollis. Slapper kicked out. Korpisalo out of the box. It'll be sent on a breakaway. Coming in, Häkkinen shoots and scores. Häkkinen wins it out of the box for Finland in overtime. 3-2 the final.
The Finns salvage the victory after putting themselves in penalty trouble numerous times in this hockey game. A big rebound from Korpisalo, a heads-up play to hit the stretch man coming out of the penalty box. And Häkkinen, the difference maker, smiles all around. Finally a shot comes through, goes off, traffic in front, and sent right up ice. Järvinen finds Häkkinen, who was put into the penalty box because of the hit to the head penalty. Otama, and he goes low glove on a 1.5 feet off the ice. Hogan is beaten cleanly. The Finns salvaged 2 points. They could have had 3, but they're happy they got something.
Finland moves up in the standings in a dramatic finish. First letting it slip in the third, then winning it out of the box in overtime. 3-2 the final over Norway.
Mesdames et messieurs, les meilleurs joueurs du match seront récompensés par la montre officielle du tournoi remise par Tissot, chronomètreur officiel du championnat du monde IIHF 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, the best player of each team will be awarded with the official watts of the event given by Tissot, official timekeeper of the 2017 IIHF World Championship. Les montres seront remises par The Watches will be given by, pour la Finlande, Mr. Hans Tobida, IIHF Life Member. La famille du hockey lui souhaite un joyeux anniversaire. Hockey Family wishes him an happy birthday. pour la Norvège par Mr. Ota Eid, General Secretary of the Norwegian Ice Hockey Federation. Le meilleur joueur de l'équipe de Norvège, Best Player of Team Norway, le numéro 10, Mathias Nastebo. Le meilleur joueur de l'équipe de Finlande, Best Player of Team Finland, le numéro 60, number 60, Julius Onka. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national de la Finlande. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Team Finland.
Allez, chers amis, merci pour ce premier match. Génial, belle influence de 8000 personnes et surtout une ambiance d'enfer. Donc, c'est juste ce premier match. Merci.
Thank you to you, all the fans. You made an incredible atmosphere here in the arena. We want to see you again very soon during the competition.
Oui, very soon. C'est-à-dire tout de suite, là, maintenant, le temps de ressortir pour rentrer. On se retrouve en tout cas pour 16h15. La suite ici en France avec la Biélorussie qui rencontre la Slovénie. Ça va être encore un très grand match. Entre les deux derniers qui veulent absolument gagner ce match pour ne pas rester tout dernier de la poule.
That's right, the next match will start at 4:15 p.m. between Slovenia and Belarus. If you want your tickets for the next match, you just have to reach gate C and then wait. The doors are about to open in a few minutes.
Encore une fois, pensez-y surtout, n'oubliez pas la porte C, c'était bien par la porte C. Si vous avez de base vos tickets pour le match prochain, porte C pour sortir pour être sûr de pouvoir remonter. Un petit solution, quand même, c'est important de remplir maintenant avec les nouveaux résultats. Les 50 de l'année, rappelez que le côté de l'Allemagne, eh bien, c'est les Suédois qui ont fini par remporter ce match sur le score de 5-3 face à la Lettonie.
That's right, while you're checking the standings on the big screen, just to let you know that in Cologne, the United States of America won the match between the USA and Latvia. The final score is 5 for the United States of America and 3 for Latvia.
Et le standing, donc le ranking avec évidemment des matchs qui n'ont pas fait bouger les Canadiens de leur première place tout là-haut. Mais voilà, deuxième la République tchèque, les Suisses toujours en troisième position.
Well, you went from the doghouse to the penthouse real quick. When you jump out of the box, you're sprung on that breakaway. What was going through your mind?
Well, all I wanted was to bury that shot, and I did it. But But it was a good thing that we won, but still they got the equalizer in the end, and we got to do better.
What was the biggest challenge playing against Norway tonight?
I think they were a good team. I mean, they had a good structure, and I think we just couldn't finish it. We weren't good enough in power play and 5-on-5, but I'm glad we got the win.
Given that you came into this game with a tied record, how important was it for you guys to get the victory?
Obviously, it was huge for us. I mean, obviously we got 1 point more now than Norway, and it's huge for the whole tournament. But still, we wanted the 3. But I'm glad we at least got the 2.
Personally, for you, it's been an up and down season for your professional career. How valuable can this tournament be for you, just turning a new page and making some more progression?
I think it's huge. I mean, it's different here, obviously, because we play for our nation, and it's an honor to be here. So it's huge for every individual, but obviously we want to win as a team. So that's the biggest thing.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
conviction and determination I need every day. The years of training, pushing myself to be the strongest, the sharpest. My dedication to the game, to my teammates who are counting on me to deliver. The nerves of steel, the preparation and ritual before the exam